Okay, let's do this thing. Monday Night Raw tonight, 24 hours after Extreme Rules. What do I have to say about this show? Well, number one, before we do begin off this review, check out my Extreme Rules review from last night. Basically, it was a roundtable of Extreme Rules, usually with my guest, Kyle Coleman, and we had two more special guests from King Zay himself, Isaiah, and new person, Wes, and whatnot. So, we had a whole big thing going on for Extreme Rules. We didn't even really plan on doing a review, but given it was my co-host's birthday, I decided like, okay, we'll all watch the go over there and watch the show and whatnot. And we ended up having a good review and a good discussion too. And a debate also. So check out my Extreme Rules review up online right now. But Monday Night Raw tonight, Cincinnati, Ohio. Hot crowd tonight, I should say. Because, a lot of things going on in the show tonight. With a dark cloud and a dark day in the city of Chicago over here for obvious reasons. It's a very dark day over here in this city, just very bad. But moving on with Raw, like I said, Cincinnati, hot crowd. We do kick it off with the WWE Championship on the line. Big E versus Bobby Lashley, the rematch. This was announced last night on Extreme Rules, and basically it's a really good match as it went on, very good. But at next thing you know, when Big E ended up going to the outside of the ring, Lashley threw him out there. Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin were right there, and the Hurt Business T-shirts. And I was like, wait a minute, are they back together? Did WWE make a smart choice? Did they put the Hurt Business back together? Big E, Lashley ended up smiling then as he saw them on the outside of the ring. They just basically looked at Big E as he got in the ring. So I just kind of sat there wondering, so they're back, huh? The the Hurt Business is back, and I hope it is though. Like I really hope the Hurt Business is back. I'm like they got the shirts out there, and whatnot, and Lashley smiling at them. I know MVP is not here right now because he's hurt, but if they really did bring them back, like I said, if they're officially back, I'm glad, and I'm sure a lot of people are glad that the Hurt Business is back in business. So there was a horrible move to even separate these guys to begin with. Okay, I hated that Cedric and Sheldon had to go back to just being job guys chasing the 24/7 belt. So if they're back with Lashley, I'm cool with that. That's something everybody wants to see. But as the match went on and the Hurt Business were looking on, next thing you know, the New Day came out and attacked. And as they fought inside the ring, ended up landing on top of Lashley after he got the spear onto Big E going for the pin. But it ended up being a DQ then after that. So disqualification. Next thing you know, Adam Pearce came out as security. It broke up both the teams and whatnot, saying like, no, it's not going to end like that. The title will still be on the line tonight, later on the show in the main event, in a steel cage match. So, actually, that was going to be a six-man tag they were about to make right here, but no, it's not over yet. This will be back later on in the main event. Great way to hook people back into the show later on. I know why they put it at the beginning of the show. Some would say it's because AEW put their main event on Monday, but let's remember Raw is still going against Monday Night Football, so it made sense to get people to watch the show right now instead of waiting later in the night when they're watching Monday Night Football. But very good first segment to kick off the show right here. Next, Eric or Rowe went against Angel Garza. Basically, both in this one-on-one match. I know they had their teammates out there. Good match to kick off. Not a good match to kick off. I want to say kick off the show, but Garza getting the win with the wing clipper and whatnot. With Humberto distracting Rowe or Eric and whatnot. So Garza and Humberto, I think they're trying to make this into something as a team. I did like what I saw last week and I was interested in it. Man, I'm really not getting my words good out here tonight, but it did interest me. So I want to see where this goes between Garza and Humberto right there. So we'll see what happens. Next, 24/7 title on the line. Reginald, does this guy have wrestling gear? Yes or no? Went against Ricochet. Ricochet. Maybe he'll go to SmackDown when the draft happens. They did have the 24/7 squad right there. Truth, Spud, and Drew Gulak. They said the 24 Seven Rules were suspended, and obviously you had like a spot fest with Ricochet and you know, Reginald for a minute, or Reggie and whatnot, just like a minute or two. But next thing you know, Spud ended up sending the troops. Gulak and Troop are beating up Ricochet. Reginald tried to get out of there. Next thing you know, you got Spud on like a walkie-talkie, like, get out here, get out here. Tozawa comes out there, and then Reginald ends up dodging him then. So, you know, the chase continues. The chase continues. Matt Riddle was talking about how Randy Orton was not here tonight. He took the week off after beating AJ Styles last week, and that's what he's gonna do, bro, because I hear voices in my head. They talk to me. They understand, bro. They talk to me. So he had that going on. Tozawa was still in the ring. Basically said he wanted a match against anybody right now. He didn't care who it is. And then next thing you know, I guess I should say we had the re-debut of Keith Lee, or Keith Bearcat Lee. Now, I know I heard rumors last week about Keith Lee was going to be going as Bearcat Lee or something like that. I said before, it's like a tribute to Bearcat Wright, the first ever African American world champion. But some would say, what does this guy even look like, Bearcat, or have? What does he have anything to do with this? Okay. But Keith Lee, he looked dominant out here. He destroyed Tozawa. He hit him with the Big Bang Catastrophe. Hopefully, something leads into Keith Lee. It leads him somewhere, especially with this whole Bearcat, because he did have like a Bearcat gear out there with Bearcat on the back of his shorts and whatnot. So we'll see what happens with Keith Lee. Like I said, I know Keith Lee has been gone for a while. We did see him a few months ago. I know he's had health problems lately too. So hopefully, he's healthy, he's good, and we'll see what goes with this new Keith Lee, Keith Bearcat Lee, I should say. Big E was in the back, cutting a promo on Lashley. Knew they were in the background, saying he's going to make Gunner's predictions. He says he's going to walk out as the WWE champion. Tonight he's going to take Bobby Lashley down. Damian Priest went against Sheamus in a no DQ, no count out match for the U.S. title. I wonder if this was a no DQ match, basically an Extreme Rules match. Why didn't you do this last night at the pay-per-view? Why are you going to wait till Raw to do this now? Why even do that triple threat to begin with? And Sheamus got pinned, so shouldn't Jeff Hardy get a title shot right now then against Priest? He wasn't, Jeff wasn't pinned, Sheamus was pinned, so why is he getting another title match and whatnot, huh? Why? And then again, some would say the fans were cheering more for Jeff Hardy than they did for Priest, so maybe they would cheer more for Priest here since he was going one-on-one with Sheamus. Basically, this was a brawl. This was very brutal. Those table spots look deadly. It's like they just like went through that table, especially with the white noise and the spear through the table on Sheamus and whatnot. But I thought both of these guys did really good. They beat the hell out of each other, just beat each other with kendo sticks and chairs. You could see the welts on them and whatnot. So this was a good brawl right here. Priest ended up getting the reckoning, so obviously he's still going to retain the U.S. title right here. Mansoor, I guess, was in the back talking about he was excited to see with Jeff Hardy tonight. Mustafa Ali say he's not. They end up going against Jinder Mahal, Veer, and Shanky. Not a bad tag match. Veer ended up getting the win onto, I think, onto Mustafa Ali. I think he hit like this big clothesline and whatnot, turned him inside out. So at least they finally got a win in a while, because Jinder and crew have just jobbed to everybody at this point. Are they ever going to get any wins? Veer, though, getting the pinfall is interesting. Maybe it's going to lead to something. Maybe with Veer or something, or Veer and Shanky. I'm not really sure, but Veer, he was not bad here, and he got the win. So we'll see what happens with that. Cross was kind of promo in the back, talking about everyone's going to fall and pray. He went against Jackson Riker. Wasn't the last time this guy doing was what, facing Elias, and then Elias has not came back yet because he said Elias was dead. And funny how they stopped doing promos about him. And yeah, what happened to that whole push of Riker? And then, he was chasing the 24/7 belt, but Cross got the win on him. So there you go. Riker, obviously they got nothing going on with that guy right now. Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville were in the back, talking about who's going to face Charlotte tonight for the title. Doudrop came in saying she wants a title shot, and she thinks, I don't think you deserve a title shot, just like Naomi doesn't deserve to be on SmackDown, as Sonya Deville had said. But Deville said, listen, if you win the title, I want you to do that dance you do, okay? Just do that dance. Bobby Lashley was talking about Big E in the back, talking about he said he's the rightful WWE champion. He said he was hurt and he was cashed in on, but now he's going to get his chance tonight and take back his title. AJ Styles went against Matt Riddle. Basically, damn near the best match out of the night. This was fun to watch, okay? This was great. We've seen matches from both of these two before several times in the past, but I did enjoy this match a lot. I did like the finish into it. AJ hitting a burning hammer and then pulling Riddle back to hit him with the Styles Clash then after that. So, great match between both AJ Styles and Riddle. Not bad at all. Um, Next, Shayna Baszler was in the back walking around. They asked her, why did you do that to Nia Jax last week? And basically she said nothing and left. Charlotte went against Doudrop for the women's title. Basically, this match ended up in a minute because Eva Marie came out. Why is this feud still going? Charlotte basically took advantage of the distraction, hit the natural selection for the win. And next thing you know, Eva Marie ended up getting knocked down by Charlotte. And so Charlotte doesn't care. She just knocks out anybody that's in the ring. They went to Goldberg then, I guess giving an update. He was in his home talking about what kind of man Lashley is. You know, we're both fathers and whatnot. I don't know kind of dad to your kids and everything, but you put your hands on mine and whatnot. Goldberg, basically, what you did to Gage was a misunderstanding, as Lashley wants to put it, but now I'm going to hurt you. He said, vow to protect this kid, and now I'm going to hurt you very bad. If I'm lucky enough, I'll kill you. So yeah, Goldberg is now crazy and just basically say he's going to murder this man now. And he said he's going to enjoy every second what he does to Lashley. Because now you're my next victim. So not a bad promo from Goldberg. Eva Marie was still in the ring for God knows why. Basically said, you know, I should have been the one to face for that title and whatnot. I'm tired of being disrespected and whatnot. And she called out anyone in the locker room she could beat. Baszler came out and basically murdered her, put her in the Karafuda clutch, and did the whole arm thing, stepping on the steel steps like she did to Nia Jax last week. And when she stepped on it, one more time, one more time, one more time, one more time. So basically, Shayna Baszler was instantly face right here. They don't give a shit about, you know, Eva Marie in general. So, hey, we just want to see this girl get her ass kicked more or killed out there. So I laughed when they said, one more time, one more time, one more time. All right. That was hilarious because I don't even know why I want to see Marie. I don't even know why even that Marie still out there in general. Okay, we don't need to see her. She does not make sense. She really doesn't. Okay, she makes no sense. It's not. It's like, you know, trying to get somebody you know, trying to say they run a criminal enterprise when it's only one person, but it doesn't make sense. You need a whole crew to do that. But that's a bullshit RICO charge, though. Hey, why don't you look that up if you don't mind? That's a bullshit thing to say, and that wouldn't make any sense. So that's a comparison right there. But in the main event, though, well, in the main event, but I know they didn't interview Nikki Ash and Ripley. They're the tag team champions. Somebody can go anywhere they want because they're the tag team champions. But, you know, Nikki said, you know, we could have the same matching capes and color, but Ripley was like, no. But in the main event, we did get Big E versus Bobby Lashley for the WWE title in a cage match. Before the match could even start, Lashley ended up, you know, slamming the door on Big E, beating the hell out of him, throwing him to the outside, throwing him into the post, throwing him over the barricade until he got him back in the ring. Both guys, you know, trying to set up for a finisher. Big E tried to get the big ending on top of the top rope, but that was not going to work. You know, Lashley trying to slam Big E into the cage. Big E tried to climb up out of there, but Lashley stopped him. He put him into like a big dragon sleeper in the end. He ended up basically, you know, trying to get out of the cage then. Big E caught him again, and he slammed his head into the cage. Big E tried to get out of there, but the Hurt Business came out and stopped him. Lashley thought he could crawl through the cage door, but Woods came out, slammed the door on his head. Next, you know, the New Day ended up taking out the Hurt Business then. You know, Kofi's doing his trust fall. They went to one last commercial after that. Big E, what do you got? I think he had like a suplex and whatnot. He tried to go for the splash. Lashley got up and speared him then. Big E, it came back with a big ending, but Lashley still kicked out after that. And then both got to the top rope then. They tried to escape over the cage, but Big E stopped Bobby Lashley. He hit him with one last big ending, for the win. Big E retained the WWE title, and as Big E celebrated, Drew McIntyre came out with his sword, pointed at Big E, basically saying he's the next challenger right now. So I don't know if that's going to happen. Then again, we don't know who's going to SmackDown by this Friday, okay? So obviously there's going to be a lot of changes coming soon. I do believe Bobby Lashley may be going to SmackDown. Hopefully he brings the entire Hurt Business with him, so we'll see what goes on with that. But hey, I'm just glad the Hurt Business is back. But I figured Lashley was going to lose anyway. But I thought both of these guys beat the hell out of each other in this steel cage match. I thought it was a great main event, okay? It was a great main event. So, Drew now being back in the title picture, because he cannot come back to the title picture unless Lashley, as long as Lashley was the champion, he would not be able to face for the title. But then again, could Drew be going to SmackDown? I don't know what's going to happen, okay? But I did enjoy it. Honestly, it was a hot crowd throughout the whole night. Cincinnati was on fire, okay? So I enjoyed them tonight. They were good. But overall, I actually thought Raw was not that bad. It really wasn't. From the beginning, also in the main event too, Hurt Business being back, Baszler killing Eva Marie out there. AJ versus Riddle was a great match to watch. I recommend going back to look at that. Bearcat, Keith Lee, we'll see where that goes. Priest and Sheamus was pretty brutal out there too. This wasn't a really bad show, maybe other than 24/7 stuff, but this was not a bad show at all. I actually enjoyed Raw. It wasn't bad. Maybe because of the crowd, and they made it worth watching too because it was a hot crowd out there. So I enjoyed that, okay? But other than that, that is my review of Monday Night Raw tonight. Like I said, 24 hours after Extreme Rules. Great show. I enjoyed it. So, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at HoodedKnight890. We will be back tomorrow night for an NXT review. Like I said before, check out my Extreme Rules 2021 review. It is up online right now. Like I said at the beginning of this video, great podcast, a lot of guests online, good debate and whatnot too. Other than the show, we had another debate also, the Charlotte Sasha debate. Hey man, I got timestamps. Go look that up, all right? But check out my Extreme Rules 2021 review. So other than that, I am out of here. I will be back tomorrow night for an NXT review, so get ready for that. But yeah, I'm out of here. See you guys tomorrow night. Peace. Fuck Lifetime. Fuck Michael Avenatti. Fuck that fat cocksucker Jim Duragas, whatever his name is. Fuck him, okay? So just wanted to say that before I go. Fuck those guys. Definitely fuck Lifetime. So peace. See you tomorrow night.